Dear Cancer, there is an echo you've been trying to ignore. It isn't loud. It's a whisper from the past, a current of memory that pulls at you in your quietest moments. You've felt it, haven't you? That gentle but relentless tide of what was, threatening to wash over the shores of what is. This isn't just nostalgia. It is a profound summons from a part of yourself you thought you had left behind, a part that is now rising to the surface, demanding to be seen, to be heard, and finally, to be healed. Because you have been standing at a crossroads, caught between the sweet, aching familiarity of yesterday and the terrifying, brilliant promise of tomorrow. This feeling isn't a coincidence. It is your soul's cry for integration, a sign that you are on the verge of the most significant transformation you have experienced in years. This isn't about looking back. It's about looking within to finally understand why letting go has felt like losing a part of yourself. So, before we delve deeper into this sacred process, take a moment to connect with this energy. Like this video, if this message is already resonating within you, subscribe to become a part of this community of souls and share this with anyone who may be caught in the echoes of their own past. And when you are ready, I want you to affirm your intention in the comments below with these words. I release the weight of my history to embrace the light of my becoming. Stay with me, Cancer, because the clarity that awaits you at the end of this journey will illuminate everything. Let's be honest with each other. The past has always been your sanctuary, but it has also become your cage. You, more than any other, understand the power of memory. You hold on to it, not out of weakness, but because you learned, perhaps at a very young age, that memories were the only things that couldn't be taken from you. They became proof of love, of happiness, of a time when things felt whole, and so you built a fortress around your heart, decorated with the ghosts of yesterday, believing it would keep you safe. But who taught you that safety meant standing still? When did you begin to believe that your worth was tied to how much you could carry for others? How much of your own pain you could quietly absorb? This pattern didn't begin last week. It is rooted in a deep, unspoken wound, a moment in your life when moving forward felt like a betrayal of someone or something you loved, a moment you learned to equate change with loss. And now, that old wound is being touched again. Perhaps it's a person who has resurfaced, a situation that mirrors an old heartbreak, or just a feeling of profound melancholy you can't quite name. Do not turn away from it. This is not the universe punishing you by reopening old doors. This is the universe handing you the key to finally lock them for good, but only after you've retrieved the part of your soul you left behind them. This is where the raw, beautiful, and sometimes painful work of your transformation truly begins. The Six of Cups energy that surrounds you right now is intensely powerful. It speaks of this sweet, almost intoxicating nostalgia. It represents that person or memory from the past that is re-emerging. But you must understand its true purpose. It is not here to offer you a simple second chance to relive what was. It is here to offer you a second chance to heal what was, to have the conversation you never had, to say the goodbye you never could, to forgive the person who hurt you, which may very well be the younger version of yourself for holding on for so long. You see, for so long, you have been silently asking for a sign, for permission to finally move on without guilt. This is that sign. This encounter, this memory, is a sacred opportunity, but it comes with a choice reflected so clearly by the Seven of Cups. This card speaks of multiple paths, of illusions, and of the desires of the heart. You may find yourself torn between two people or two situations, but this is not merely a choice between two potential partners. It is a profound, symbolic choice between two versions of your life. One path represents the past. It is familiar, comfortable, and it speaks the language of your wounds. It may be a person who knows your history, someone you have an undeniable connection with, and the temptation to fall back into that is immense because it feels like coming home. But is it a home where you can grow, or is it a museum of what you once were? The other path represents the unknown. It is the future. It may be a new person who sees you not for who you were, but for the magnificent being you are becoming. Or it could be the path of choosing yourself, of walking forward alone but whole. This path is shrouded in fog, in mystery. It demands a level of trust you haven't been asked to give in a long time. And your fear whispers that the unknown is dangerous. But what if I told you that the greatest danger lies in remaining where you no longer belong? This is why the universe is sending you the card of death. Please, do not recoil from this word. In the tarot, death is never a literal ending. It is the most profound promise of rebirth. It is the shedding of the skin, the breaking of the shell, the demolition of the fortress that has kept you safe but also kept you small. Everything you are feeling, the anxiety, the confusion, the emotional intensity, is the sound of that old identity cracking apart. You are letting go of the version of yourself that needed to feel worthy. The version that believed love meant sacrificing your own peace. The version that carried the emotional weight of your entire lineage. This is not a gentle release. It is a fundamental severance from a lifetime of conditioning. It is intense, I know, because every fiber of your being is screaming, "Hold on, don't let go, it's all you've ever known." But the part of you that is ready to truly live, not just survive, is whispering back, "Let it fall, let it all fall." And what happens when it all falls away? The sun appears. After the darkness, after the storm of transformation, comes clarity, vitality, and unshakable joy. The sun is the promise that your true, authentic self will emerge from the rubble of the past, shining more brightly than ever before. This is not a fleeting moment of happiness. This is the dawn of a new era in your life, where your path is illuminated not by the pale light of memory, but by the brilliant radiance of your own soul. The fog you feel now, the uncertainty that clouds your vision, the sun will burn it all away, and you will see the truth. You will see your path. You will see yourself for the first time, free from the shadows. This transformation is not just an internal, emotional process. It will ripple out into every corner of your life, creating powerful, tangible change. Let's talk about your work, your purpose. The Two of Wands shows you standing on the edge of a great decision. You are holding the world in your hands, filled with vision and a newfound confidence. For too long, you have perhaps downplayed your ambitions, hiding your light so as not to make others uncomfortable. You've been the supportive one, the nurturer in the background, but that era is over. The King of Wands is rising within you. This is the energy of the empowered leader, the visionary, the one who is unafraid to take up space and claim their power. You are being called to speak your mind with a new clarity. The fear of causing discomfort has kept you silent for too long. But true leadership isn't about keeping everyone comfortable. It's about speaking the truth with compassion. There are people in your professional life who are waiting for you to lead. They see your potential, your vision, but they are waiting for you to fully step into it. Stop waiting for permission. Your voice is the signal they have been waiting for. This is the time to be bold, to launch the project, to ask for the promotion, to build the team. Your authenticity will be your greatest asset, and this newfound power has a direct impact on your financial life. A profound shift is coming. Doors that were sealed shut are now creaking open. But this isn't about luck or chance. It is about alignment. As you shed those old beliefs about your worth, you begin to vibrate at a frequency of abundance. You will find that unexpected opportunities, windfalls, or connections with influential people will begin to flow into your life. Why? Because the universe is responding to your new energetic signature. You are no longer signaling, "I am not worthy," or "I have to struggle." You are now broadcasting the frequency of the King of Wands. I am a creator. I am a leader. I am deserving of abundance. Trust your intuition in financial matters. Take the calculated risk. Invest in your own ideas. Your greatest financial resource is the unwavering belief in yourself that is being forged in this very moment. The lucky numbers and colors mentioned in the old reading 10, 44, and sapphire blue do not hold magic in themselves, but you can use them as symbolic anchors. Let the number 10 remind you of new beginnings, the closing of old cycles. Let 44 remind you of the stable, powerful foundation you are now building. And when you see the color sapphire, let it be a reminder of the depth of your wisdom and the clarity of your vision. They are not external tools for luck. They are internal reminders of your power. Now, let's return to the most sacred space of all, your heart. How does this transformation affect your relationships? If you are with a partner, the dynamic is about to change profoundly. The old pattern of you being the emotional caretaker, the one who sacrifices their needs for the sake of peace, is dissolving. This may feel unsettling at first. Both for you and for your partner, you may feel the need to pull back, to create distance, not as a test, but as a necessary act of self-preservation to see who is willing to meet you in this new, more authentic space. It is time to learn the art of the sacred no. Saying no is not an act of rejection. It is an act of self-honor. For your entire life, you have been taught that your value lies in your yes. Yes, I will help. Yes, I will listen. Yes, I will carry that for you. But how many times has your yes to others been a no to yourself? How many times have you swallowed your own exhaustion, your own needs, to keep the peace? This is the source of the resentment that has been silently poisoning your connections. You must learn to speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. I don't have the energy for that right now. I need this time for myself. That does not work for me. These are not declarations of war. They are declarations of self-love. A partner who truly loves you will not be threatened by your boundaries. They will be inspired by your strength. They will be relieved that they no longer have to guess what you need. And if they cannot handle your truth, then that is a truth in itself, a painful but necessary revelation that will set you free. And if you are single, this is a moment of unparalleled power. The advice to be wary of dating apps is not about the technology itself. It's about the intention behind it. You are emerging from your transformation with a radiant magnetic energy. You will attract attention, but you must be incredibly discerning. Do not seek a partner to fill an emptiness within you. The entire point of this journey is to realize that you are already whole. The choice you face between potential suitors is, again, a symbolic one. Do you choose the one who is drawn to the old, wounded version of you, the one they think they can save? Or do you choose the one who sees the King or Queen of Wands in you, the one who is not intimidated by your light, but wants to build an empire alongside it? Do not rush. Let your newfound intuition be your guide. Your soul will recognize its counterpart. It will be the one who feels not like a missing piece, but like a mirror, reflecting back to you the magnificent, whole, and powerful person you have become. And yes, be open to introductions from friends and family. The universe can deliver miracles through the most mundane channels. Your only job is to remain open, but anchored in your worth. Finally, this healing wave washes over your family. The misunderstandings and tensions of the past are now being offered a path to resolution. As you change, the way your family sees you will change. They will begin to recognize your strength, your wisdom. You may find yourself becoming the pillar of a new kind of stability, not one based on silent sacrifice, but one based on authentic guidance. Forgiveness will flow more easily. Heartfelt conversations will happen. The healing you are doing for yourself is not just for you. It is a gift you give to your entire lineage, breaking cycles that have persisted for generations. So, where does this leave you, dear Cancer? It leaves you on the precipice of a new life. It leaves you raw, open, and perhaps a little frightened, but more real and more alive than you have ever been. You are being asked to flow with this tidal wave of change, not to fight against it. The energy is high. Yes, you will feel a drive to do everything at once, but you must channel it with wisdom. Dedicate this powerful energy to yourself first. Be selfish in the most sacred sense of the word. Selfish enough to rest, selfish enough to heal, selfish enough to honor your own needs before anyone else's. You are releasing the need to be the rock for everyone else, and finally becoming the sculptor of your own life. The wounds will heal, the past will settle into its proper place as a library of lessons, not a house you live in. You are stepping out of the shadows and into the Sunday. You are not just turning a page, you are closing a book and beginning to write an entirely new one. And the author of this new story is not the wounded child of the past, but the wise, empowered, and liberated soul you are now becoming. This is your rebirth. Embrace it, all of it. The fear, the joy, the tears, the light. It is all part of your magnificent unfolding. You were never meant to just survive, Cancer. You were meant to shine, and your time is now.